First, welcome to Sports Focus. I am your host, John McNeil. I have with me Mr. Kevin Sibbles and Mr. McIntosh. Start the show like this every damn time. First off, I would like to start off by saying that.
Don't say welcome.
What y'all got to say? What's going on?
Say welcome to
Did y'all see Did y'all see Straight Outta Compton?
Not yet.
Y'all planning on checking it out?
Bulletproof vest didn't come in yet.
Come on now.
How good when he comes in?
And to the stereotype, the media thought that there was going to be a lot of violence at this film. Mm-hmm. I happened to see the film, and I'm telling you, anyone that remembers NWA, go out and see it. Very good movie, over like 2-something hours, and it just flies right on by. And it's really a good film. I
can believe it.
It's a very good film. It really shows now that I'm grown and I'm an adult, I can look at it, and when they're saying we're talking about from where we see and what we see, we rap about this, and if that's what they see, that's what they see. Yeah. And they pretty much illustrated that in the film. So Straight Outta Compton, good movie. And make sure you kick Fantastic Four out of the theater, because that is the worst movie of 2015.
You go see that?
I took my son to see it, and it was the worst film since.
You did.
Moving on to the next topic.
Did you go see Mission Impossible?
Michael Sam has decided to walk away from football after he went through the whole process of getting drafted. He didn't get to play in the NFL, and he went up to Canada, caused a little trouble up there. Now he's stepping away.
Yeah, he has mental issues.
Mental issues.
Yeah.
That's what he says, citing mental issues. Do you think if another openly gay player comes out, do you think they're gonna refer back to this Michael Sam situation?
I hope
like,
not.
what you gonna walk away to, or
I
what?
hope not. I
think he just faltered under the pressure of being the first.
Yeah.
I don't think the second were there. The second person.
I hope not.
But depending on the caliber of the person.
Yeah.
I think if there's anything happened that a person would have to basically play in the sport for a little while, then come out.
Yeah.
Do you think he did it right, coming out first and not really getting, because he got a lot of attention,
Yeah.
Because look, in that draft it was Manziel and Michael Sam, both ends of the spectrum, the top pick, last pick.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not working out for either one of them.
The worst thing, every situation is different. Most people don't like to stay closeted for too long.
Yeah.
He figured it was best to let you know up front where I was coming from versus you finding out later on, because you forgot most of the campus knew. They kept it a secret.
Yeah, they
the
all
football
knew.
team knew and the campus knew.
Yeah.
But there's somebody that just recently came out opening baseball player.
Yeah, they're coming out, basketball, all these things. There's a
AC Green was for years.
Because he practiced abstinence. There's a lot of things going on I would like to mention right quick in sports. You have your first female coach. Forgot the young lady's name. Coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Mm-hmm. You got a referee. Mm-hmm. Things is coming along. It's coming along. And if you can do the job, do the job. Right. Locally now, we got our boy from UConn, Brian Jones, suffering a little shoulder injury. He's getting the MRI. Hopefully he's okay. I hope so too, because the Cowboys going to need him. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like it. It's not too serious, because Jerry Jones is not too concerned about it. Tom Brady, Roger Goodell. Is this truly a case of who's, how can I put this? Seems like both of their egos is on the table and nobody wants to back down. Because if the judge is telling you straighten it out right now before you come to me, how come somebody don't be like, okay, you know what?
Well, that's the reason why neither one of them going to the thing tomorrow. Neither Brady nor Goodell is going to think. It's going to be nothing but lawyers there tomorrow. They're going to try to hash this thing out. If they don't hash it out, it's going to go to appellate court. And from that point, we don't know what's going to happen.
But don't you think it's wise that the Goodell and Brady really both of them sit down and straighten us out?
Yeah.
The worst thing about it is, as they say, it wasn't even Goodell's decision. It was Troy Vincent who handed down the punishment, and Goodell passed it on and said, okay, that's it. Goodell say it was the night until they found out that you destroyed your phone Then he said, okay, you destroyed your phone. You destroyed evidence. So, no, I'm not going to reduce it any.
So you think it's Goodell being painted as the bad guy?
I think he is.
Vincent is the
one who handed down the punishment.
Came down with the punishment.
Right, so they say he's all powerful. No, he gave it to Troy, and Troy did his investigation along with the Wells report, and he decided 4 games. I see, like I told everybody, they should have started at 16. You would have gotten the 4, and everybody would have been happy. Because they would say, oh no, Tom got to go for 16 games? What a shame.
This is shame.
But everybody know that he did it. And then the thing is, he sat in front of the camera, said that he didn't do it, that I'm not a cheater, and he can't go back.
Can't go back.
You can't go back. So you got to fight it to the end. It's just like those guys, you know, when your child lied to you. You got to fight it to the end, even though he knows you know the truth. You got to fight it to the end because he looks stupid.
Now, fighting to the end, I'm glad you said stupid. Because I got a couple of players who came out their mouth and made some ridiculous statements. Eli, and let's start with Eli.
No, he
was one of my respected quarterbacks.
His agent
but that represents Eli Manning.
Yeah, his agent kind of
said that he wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL.
Well, that had to be his agent because Eli don't seem like the type.
Agent,
but how come Eli not coming out and be like,
Eli, because you know what? He don't want to make it worse than what it is.
Yep.
You already made it worse than what it is.
But you know,
how you gonna come out your face after throwing like 35 interceptions and talking about
his representative said,
I am the highest player.
But he got 2 Super Bowls. He have 2 Super Bowls.
That is true.
He have 2 Super Bowls.
So you think he could use that as the leverage?
He is going to use that
Super Bowl MVP.
But you know what? He's not going to be the highest paid. I can guarantee you that. He's right. It gives him leverage.
He's going to be highest paid for that 1 year. Then the next year, someone else
could be the highest paid in the NFC East. He's not going to be the highest paid
for that 1 year.
He could be the highest paid in the NFC East because
they're going to pay him more than Tony.
He's the only Super Bowl champion in the division currently.
John's not going to pay him Tony Romo money.
Yeah, it is.
I guarantee you they're not.
Talking about another player who came out his mouth. Robert Griffin III, RG3, came out and said, what did he say, Mr. McIntosh?
I'm the best player in football. Which
quarterback? He is the best quarterback in the NFL.
But it was misinterpreted.
Break it down.
It was misinterpreted because the whole statement was, they only used part of the statement, they used the whole statement. The whole statement.
I tell you what. I guess it said, "I feel like."
That's what he said. That's what you'd say.
See, and this is what I'm saying. When us the fans, we watch ESPN, we watch all these things. They take little parts of the interview and they put it out there, and it makes it seem like, oh, I am the best quarterback in the NFL. I think all these quarterbacks and all these players say we're the best because your ego is through the roof.
If you haven't done anything last year and your coach sat there and chuckled to himself as he kept putting you in and out, playing, what was the name of that? Put your left foot in, your right foot out. He was doing that with the quarterbacks. Yeah, the hokey pokey. He was doing that with his quarterbacks last year. You can't say you the greatest, anything, when he keeps plucking you out like bad gray hairs. Not to mention all the ones I got on my face. But bad gray hairs you keep plucking out of your face. What's wrong with him?
RG3 got a 14-21 record. Only had that one good season.
That was his rookie year.
The rookie year, and that has been downhill ever since.
And check the tape. I said once they get tape on him, he's not going to be as good as they think he is.
That's true.
Same thing with Kaepernick.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing that both of these quarterbacks reside in the NFC East. So
NFC.
No, you're about Eli and
RG3.
Oh Lord.
So I guess what we're gonna wait for the Eagles to say something. I don't know.
Probably ain't gonna say nothing.
Is Sanchez gonna come out his mouth and say,
"No,
I'm the best quarterback.
I'm the best quarterback in this division."
Listen,
I'm the best quarterback in this division.
Minus the butt fumble.
Minus everything.
No. Sanchez, the game, he was overthrowing people. It was bad.
Okay, we ain't got no time for that. Now, let's get into a thing that we all love. NFL fantasy is upon us.
I'll make sure you pick Sanchez too.
NFL fantasy football is upon us. And drafts, I'm sure who's ever in fantasy is doing their draft right now. And let's just run through positions. Quarterback. Let's start with quarterback. Top quarterback.
Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers, hands down. That's right, Aaron Rodgers for the Packers of Green Bay.
Not if they deflate his football.
Hands down.
He inflated his football.
Yeah, he inflated.
He may probably make them bigger. But running back. Now, when you're drafting running back, you want to get a good running back. Who is the number one running back?
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. It'd be Eddie Lacy.
I say Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he's back and he's coming back with vengeance.
He's going to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, once again.
He's going to come back.
If they can get that line straight.
But you know what? The fact might be a diamond in the rough because now he has a line that he has to run. He can run behind in Dallas. If he can stay healthy.
If he can stay healthy. Darren McFadden.
Let's not talk about Darren McFadden. Let's not do that. Let's go to the next one. Next thing.
You don't think Darren McFadden?
Let's go to the next one.
You don't think Darren McFadden?
Let's go to the next one.
I think if he can stay healthy.
Let's go.
I think he's going to be a nice value pick.
Has he been healthy so far?
Wide receiver.
Running behind those clowns in Oakland.
Wide receiver.
Dez.
Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas.
I'm going to say Calvin Johnson and Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, yes.
Antonio Brown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
But
you got Michael Evans.
But you got Tannehill throwing the ball down to now I can't think of his name. Which is on the tip of my tongue.
Who?
Tannehill down in Miami.
Oh yeah.
But they don't have Wallace.
You got Landry
and they don't have Wallace anymore.
Yeah, Wallace, but Landry, they got Landry and Smiles.
Yeah,
they got a top receiver down there.
He's throwing the ball pretty well. He came into his own last year.
Yeah.
Punk cost me the.
That's what happens, people, when y'all playing fantasy. You hope these players do well for you, but sometimes
I set him on the bench because he wasn't supposed to do well. And dude go out there and score 40-something odd points.
Tight end position.
I digress.
Jason Witten? Oh, that was a surprise. How about you, Mr. Civils?
Yeah.
I'm taking Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah, Gronkowski.
I take Gronk when Tom comes back.
That boy is a beast. Any thoughts on Jimmy Graham? No?
Graham in Seattle.
That should be interesting.
Graham in Seattle will be very interesting.
It's going to be, let me see.
Because Russell Wilson loves going to the tight end. Yeah. And I think this would be a good one for him. What about defense?
I like Buffalo's defense.
Because in fantasy, right quick in fantasy, you got to have a good defense. We don't even talk about the kicker because you can take a kicker in and out. But defense, I like the Seattle Seahawks.
I do too. But
Miami.
Miami Dolphins, that's another one.
I'm looking at Buffalo.
Because
Rex getting inside there with Mario.
Yeah.
They're going to ring some havoc.
That D-line might be probably the best in the league by the end of the season.
You got to see what Houston do. We got to see what Javon Clowney do.
If he comes back healthy.
And Clowney, you forgot, and they added Big Will in the center of all
Wilford.
that mass.
That's going to hurt.
They got Wilford.
That's going to hurt New England. That's going to hurt New England not having Wilford.
Yes. You got those two guys. You got Clowney and Watt, and you got that big, humongous guy bringing up the middle. Who's running on Wilford?
It's going to be interesting how this season turns out, and it's going to be interesting how fantasy turns out because, with your number one pick, do you take quarterback? Do you take running back? Do you take whoever, depending on your draft position?
Yeah, because I messed them up last year when I took Tony Romo.
Right quick, if you had to pick your position, draft position, what number would you want? Would you want the first or the last or the
first or the last?
What about you?
I want the last to do the wraparound.
Yeah. And I'm going to take the best one that gives me the best players. And folks, that's all the time we have. Thank you very much. Peace.